Stuart Innocent.
Ask you a few questions before the game. Is there any nerves at all in the stomach, Mr. Brosman?
Yeah.
And how do you think McLean will play today? Are you expecting a big game from anybody in particular?
Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Mr. Brosman. Mr. Simmons, just like to ask you for a couple of minutes of your time, if that's okay.
Yeah, that's sure, Grant.
I'd just like to ask you, you expecting a very big game from your behalf today, or?
Graham, I think it'll be a very tough physical game out there today. I can't see any soft play on either part from either side. I think it's going to be a very physical game, and I think a lot will revolve around how the referee sees that physical play.
Yes, very knowledgeable words from the Mr. Simmons. Could I have a scoreline prediction, please, mate?
Oh, I'm afraid that's pretty hard to say, Graham. You shouldn't expect people to predict the outcomes of games, especially around grand final time, because grand finals are them kind of games, mate, that you never know what's going to happen.
Yes, well, fully understood from my side. Thank you very much for your time. To Claire, could I have a couple of minutes of your time and just ask you a few questions on today's game, please? Well, from general knowledge, there's people been saying that there's a lot of pressure on you today to perform because, you know, you are the leading goal scorer for the Bobcats, and can you come up with the goods today in your opinion?
That's right.
Yes, well, it's good to see confidence in a player. How do you think the game will start in the first 10 minutes? A very physical affair or just...
Very pussy affair will be.
Right, could you predict the scoreline at all, if that's not asking too much from you?
2-0.
2-0 to...
Who do you think?
2-0 to the McLean Bobcats. Thank you very much, Robbie. Mr. Newbold, just coming off 3 or 4 days of very serious illness.
Very serious. One beer during the week.
Oh, that is serious.
Bit of a blow to the system, really.
Do you expect to get through a full game today and put in your usual 110% effort?
We'll just see how it goes, Courtney.
Yeah. And how do you think the first 10 minutes of the game will unfold? A very physical affair or...
Very physical, Courtney. Very, very physical.
Okay, thank you very much, Richard, for your kind words and best of luck on today. Mr. Johnson, I've just received some good news that my dear friend Mr. Henrikson's friends in the Hummel Sports Company have just wished you the best of luck on today's affair. Could you add any more words to that?
No comment. Thank you.
And anything else would you like to add?
No, not really.
Very, very quiet, this Scott Johnson. All thoughts about today's game. Asking too much of you. Could I have 2 minutes of your time to answer a couple of questions? Well, how do you expect your ankle to hold up today? Is it 100% yet, or do you still expect a little bit of trouble from it?
Right, I think half the team's playing with injuries, but at a grand final, you play with no pain. You're just going to run to your drop. Simple. That's what the rest of the guys will do. That's what I'll do.
Yeah, well, very knowledgeable words. Can you predict an outcome by half-time? How do you think the scoreline will be at half-time?
I think it'll either be even scoreline or we'll be up by 1.
Yes, well, and the full-time score, what is your opinion?
Don't care as long as we're in front of them.
Yeah, well, that's very good words from Cole Stevens. And on behalf of the Bobcats, I'd just like to wish you the best of luck, and I hope everything goes well today. Nick Horner, quietly confident. Cats, I'd just like to wish you the best of luck, and I hope everything goes well today. Nick Horner, quietly confident about today's game. The press has been said there's a lot of pressure on you today to perform with especially your long throws. What is your opinion on the matter?
Well, throw it and see what happens.
Yeah, well, that's about all you could really expect to do. And are you carrying any injuries into the game at all, or are you going in 100%? 100%. All right. Are you feeling any nerves at all, or is it just like...
Keep your pants out in there, Courtney, so... Mr. Gravy Boat, I should say, so that should answer any question for you.
Yeah, well, from what Tony's just said, it is a very nervous affair. After missing last year's grand final through travel commitments, are you looking forward to playing today, or is it a very nervous affair?
Oh, certainly very nervous, Graham, but I'm very much looking forward to it. I felt a bit left out from last year. I heard the result when I was travelling overseas, and it's just good to be in another one this year, yeah.
And any injuries at all, or are you going into the game 100% fit?
Oh, my only injury is old age, but there's not much you can do about that, but I'm 100% fit, and I'm ready to give 100% today. Yeah, well, that's very good, Brian. Could you predict an half-time scoreline by any chance? Oh, I would say 1 or 2 in our favour.
Okay, and any more words to add before you play?
Oh, I just hope that the team clicks together and we get it on top in the first 15 minutes. If we can do that, I think we'll have the game.
Okay, Brian, thanks very much for your time. Brian, after playing in last year's grand final and being runners-up, obviously you want to reverse that result this year. What can go on this year to beat Ballina and come up trumps?
We just got to keep it on the ground, Cordy LeBroy. We'll kick their ass, mate. We're all fired up. We're there. We're going to kick ass.
And can you predict a full-time scoreline?
3-0 our way.
3-0 Maclean's way. Thank you very much, Brian. I wish you the best of luck. Character on the game we're just about to play today. Could you add some very knowledgeable words on how Maclean are going to play? And they're obviously
fucking washed up.
They're obviously going to win, but could you predict a scoreline at all?
I think 2-0 to Maclean.
2-0 to Maclean. And who do you think will be the standout players in today's game at all?
Mainly the midfield. I think if they can get the ball on the ground and the work done, they'll beat Ballina for sure. Richard Newbold in the backs, keep him hit him hard, and Robbie Clare and Simo and Murdo up front, they'll put him away for sure.
And any other words to add before we leave?
Drop Scott Johnson.
Yeah, well, that goes without saying, but it's a grand final, so anything can happen. Thank you very much, Mr. Burgess, for your kind comments. Cousin of the great Gordon Strachan of the Leeds United team. Could you add some kind words to this interview? How do you think Maclean is going to fare in the first 10 minutes? Do you think they'll play very well or get played over by Ballina? Could you give me your opinion, please?
We'll have to lift on what we did against them 2 weeks ago. We started slowly, started flat. We'll have to lift, go out hard. We might be able to surprise them. An early goal, that'll really knock them back on the heels.
And who do you think will really have a big game today and inspire Maclean to a grand final victory?
I think Jeff Simmons. Jeff Simmons hasn't scored a goal for a little while. I'm sure he'll shine today in the big game.
And how, if Ballina get 1 or 2 early goals, do you think Maclean can withstand the pressure, or do you think they'll crumble?
I would never say we'd crumble, but it'd be tough if we go behind by a couple of goals, but we'll wait and see. Strange things happen in grand finals.
So it is essential for Maclean to score first and really get the wood on Ballina early in the game.
Score first and score last.
Okay, thank you very much, Robbie Strachan. Mr. Jeffrey Simmons, captaining this team today on this big occasion. May I ask you have a few words with you before the game, and in your opinion, who do you think will have a really big game for Maclean to see them to victory?
I think all the players will have a pretty big game, Cordy. Everyone's pretty keen to go well, and they'll have to play well to win.
And in what aspect of the game do you think Maclean will really win the game?
I don't know. I hope Robbie or Murdo will put in a few goals, and the defence will be good enough to stop Ballina from scoring.
And anything else to add before we move along?
Not really, just hope the guys go well.
Yeah, thank you, Jeffrey Simmons, and I'd like to wish you the best of luck on today's encounter.
That'll do, mate.
Good evening and welcome to Oaks Oval, Lismore. Your match today between the Maclean Bobcats and the Ballina, whatever they call, I don't know. Should be a very physical affair. The Maclean team very, very confident of taking out this year's title. I'd say the Ballina guys will be very cocky after coming off 2 3-0 wins against Maclean, but grand finals are different things altogether. Anything can happen. Michael Spencer, our specialist midfield penalty kicker, is out today through suspension. His spot is taken by the elusive Murday McLeod. Scott Johnson in the goal there. Expect a very big game from him. Rises to the occasion on every big game that Maclean come up against. Jeffrey Simmons should lead by example in the midfield with Daryl Simmons at the back. A very good defender. Mr. Richard Newbold, he'll stand at the back and work that offside trap as well as he does on any other occasion. Just getting over 3 days of sickness, Mr. Newbold, but there's no reason to see why he couldn't have a big game today. Andy Little usually turns in his good performance. We've got Brian Watson on the left flank.
Any young gentleman between 12 and 14 who's interested in being a and Maclean, first team out of Ballina, the Ballina Blues. Sky blue, white trim, white with black trim associated with water equipment.
As the Ballina guys make their way out onto the ground today. To be honest, I don't think they've got a hope in hell of beating the Maclean Bobcats, but they probably think they have. Expect a big game from the number 7, their little midfield ace. I'm not sure of his name, but he's a fairly good player. But I would not expect he'll get shut down today by our midfield and our defenders. You could cut the tension here for knife, it's that thick today. Maclean Bobcats just about to come out of the tunnel now. Very pumped up for this occasion. If anything they've come for today, it's come to win. They're not going to go in without anything else, but mingling around the entrance to the tunnel today now are the Bobcats. As you can see, Scott Johnson very, very pumped up for this occasion. Expect a very big game from him today at goalkeeper. Always leads by example.
Sponsored by the Maclean Hotel. Number 1, Scott Johnson. Number 2,
Mr. Scott Johnson. Big one, mate.
Number 3, Colin Stevens.
Colin Stevens always gives his 200% in every game, as long as with Andrew Little.
Number 5, Richard Newbold. Number 6,
Mr. Dickie Newbold, one of the most consistent performers all throughout the year, along with Brian Watson. Robbie Clare, look for a big game from him up the front today as the striker. And Tony Tooney, Daryl Simmons, and Murday McLeod. All very pumped up for this occasion as Jeffrey Simmons walks out, led by example. He's had a very big year this year with the Maclean Bobcats. Led them to grand final. Can he lead them to a grand final victory? As the reserves come out now, Simon, Jason Simmons and Peetsky Lebroy. Carrying a couple of pounds there, but not to worry. Now we may as well get down to proceedings and see how the game unfolds.
this game is Cecil King.
As the Maclean supporters have travelled all this way to support their team, we'll just scan the camera across and check out all the faces here today. All the familiar faces that have followed Maclean through thick and thin this year. Oh, Pippi up there, always a character at the best of times with that trumpet in his mouth. His career all but finished this year after a very fatal injury to his ankle, but now takes on the round as Maclean's #1 supporter. As we come across here to the girls, well, what can I say? They had a very big year this year in the Top Cats, their first year in the league, and doing an equally good job as cheerleaders today. as the McLean team forms in a huddle just on the edge of the penalty box. Jeffrey Simmons will be laying down the law as he does all the time. All the McLean Bobcats pumped up for a very, very, very big affair today. They're not going home with anything less than a grand final victory today, and that's what they've come to do. I just don't think Ballina have got a hope in hell of winning this game today, but as I've said earlier, strange things happen in grand finals, but I'd put my money on the Bobcats 3-1. 30 seconds into the game, McLean have received a free kick in their own penalty box. Teeny to take it, a very big kick up onto the halfway line. Jeffrey Simmons heads it into his partner Robbie Clare. Robbie Clare looks for Simmons inside, but Simmons finds it. Andrew Little, 30 yards out. Now and Murdo McLeod was just a little bit long and cleaned up by their goalkeeper. The McLean crowd here very vocal today as the keeper prepares the kick. Finds the halfway line, straight onto the head of Elvery. Elvery, as Ballina have the ball down on the edge of McLean's penalty box, it's cleared through Simmons. Brian Watson receives the ball and it's a free kick to the McLean side. And deservedly so. Expect a big game from everyone in the team today. Brian Watson he's had a very, very big year, very consistent. As Tony now prepares a kick, looks for Simmons up on the right, on the left side, and it's headed out by the Ballina defender. Elvery on the halfway line. Watson looks for Little, but it's been cleared. Over on the left side of the McLean half, Stevens. Stevens concedes the throw to Ballina. It's into the Ballina number 7. Stevens looking for an opening up the sideline. Stevens kicks forward and looks for Murdo McLeod, but he's been beaten and it's back up to the halfway line through the Ballina defenders. Ballina number 6 looks over to the left for his left flanker, but he's lost possession. Newbold comes through. Newbold clears his line. Down to Murdo on the halfway line. Murdo looks for Clare. Robbie Clare can stay onside. He's stayed onside. You got Jeffrey Simmons on the far post. What can Clare do now? Clare's tried to go himself, but the Ballina defenders come through and now Ballina look to the right through their number 5, but he's just lost possession. Number 9 for Ballina cuts it back to their defender, the number 2. He crosses it into the edge of the penalty box. What can Ballina do from here? Elvery. What can Ballina do? Ballina. And Scott Johnson comes up with it through McLean side. He clears, looks for the halfway line. Andrew Little in the middle of the halfway. Looks down for Simmons. Simmons. It's been cleared by the Ballina defender. Stevens climbs in the air. I thought that was going to be a free kick to McLean from a little indiscretion on Simmons, but it wasn't. Now what can Ballina do? Look towards the penalty box in McLean. Newbold. Oh, Newbold. That's very deservedly so. That'll be a penalty to free kick to Ballina. Free kick to McLean just inside their box on the left-hand side. Our goalkeeper, Scott Schmeichel Johnson, clears, and a very big kick right up over the halfway line. Elvery climbing. Andrew Little. Now what can Brian Elvery do? Looks for a few options, and he's been dispossessed. Ballina down the right-hand touchline now. Oh, Newbold comes across. It's a Ballina throw deep into the McLean half on their right-hand touch side. The throw to be taken by the Ballina number 6, I think it is. Runs up and can throw a ball a fair distance. And Ballina have conceded the free kick to McLean inside their penalty box. Tony Teeny now to take it. Looks for a few options, gives it some, and right up over the halfway and looks for Murdo on the left-hand side. Murdo's been dispossessed, but he's hassling as Ballina have possession just inside the McLean half. That's gone out, and it should be a Ballina throw, which it is. McLean take the throw through Brian Elvery deep in their half. Elvery up near the halfway line to Clare. Clare looks across to Murdo McLeod. McLeod finds Clare. Clare got a hell of a lot of toe. What can Clare do now? Ballina have conceded a throw deep inside their half, which will be taken by Tony Tooney, I suspect. Robbie Clare very, very pumped up for this occasion. As the McLean strikers in midfield all congregate inside the penalty box. Teeny prepares to take the throw. And as usual, it's a very big one. And that should be another corner. Murdo McLeod. He gives it some, looks to the spot, and it's been cleared by the Ballina defence. It's cut inside by Ballina and they lose possession. It's down to Angelo. Angelo does a little bicycle flick over his head. The corner again to be taken by Murdo McLeod. Looks for a few options. McLeod takes the corner. What can he do from there? He's got a little bit of time. Looks for a few options. Elects to go himself. And it's been cleared by Ballina. Stevens looks for it now. It's kicked upfield through Ballina, and their number 10 picks it up just on the McLean side of halfway. Goes to the centre and looks for his number 9. And that's a free kick to... I thought it was a goal for a minute, but it's a free kick to McLean, and deservedly so. The McLean goalkeeper, Scott Johnson, was very fouled there very badly. The kick to be taken now by Tony Tooney. Clears it. Oh, that's a huge towering kick. Okay, Ballina take the restart. Very shocked and stunned from McLean's good start. Ballina now. Ballina, they look for it up on the edge of the penalty box. And Scott Johnson, doesn't really matter. It will go over for a goal kick to McLean. That early goal from Robbie Clare is just what the doctor ordered for the McLean Bobcat side. Ballina very shell-shocked. I don't think they can come out of this hole from here. I just don't think they can. Teeny clears up over the halfway line. It's off the head of the Ballina defender. Stevens now. It's been cut inside by Ballina. Newbold. What can Newbold do? Newbold's been dispossessed by the Ballina striker up front. He looks for a few options. What can he do from there? Oh, very well done, Brian Watson. Oh, and a very equally nice pass down to Murdo McLeod, but Murdo's been dispossessed. It's been crossed back into the McLean side, McLean penalty area, and Scott Johnson comes up with the ball on the edge of his penalty box. Johnson clears with a huge towering kick. Comes across to Brian Elvery's flank. Brian Watson, sorry. And that'll be a McLean throw. Teeny to take the throw 10 metres inside the McLean half. Right hand touchline. Teeny, a huge throw as usual. It's laid across off for the Ballina midfield. Number 7, Pretty Boy. It's up in the centre now. Simmons, what can Simmons do? The defenders have played it back up to the right hand touchline as he cuts it back inside. Looks up the end, but I think the kick will be just a bit too big. And that'll be... Clare looks across to the left for McLeod. McLeod looks for his options, cuts it back into Clare. What will Clare do? Claire, I thought he got a little bit tangled up there. He could have really had a hit if possible, but... Oh, and Brian Watson, the halfway line for a Ballina throw. 15 metres inside their own half. Be taken by their number 4. Looks for his options now. Lets it go up the touchline. McLeod, off the head of McLeod, over the touchline for another Ballina throw. No, actually it is a Ballina free kick. I think Murdo McLeod must have obstructed one of the Ballina players or fouled him or something, I'm not sure, but... Okay, the penalty kick to be taken. Looks across to the Ballina. But it's gone up out over the back for a McLean goal kick. Looks inside to Andy Little. Andy Little looks across for Murdo McLeod, and the Ballina defender puts it out over the touchline for a McLean throw. McLeod looks across to Stevens. Stevens puts in a cross, but it's too deep. The ball now inside the McLean half. Stevens comes up with it. Stevens looks down the flank, but there's no one really there. It goes to the ball number 4, and he can only manage to put it out for a McLean throw. McLean all over Ballina at this present time, like a good dose of the herpes, I believe, and if they can keep this consistency up throughout the whole game. Oh, and Clare, he's onside. Cuts it back inside, but McLeod, I don't think he realised he had as much time as he did, but full credit to Robbie for trying well. The ball's been cleared now by Ballina up into the McLean half as Simmons comes up with the ball. Simmons now being dispossessed. It's been cut. Stevens misses it altogether, and Richard Newbold is left to clean up the mess. He clears it up near the halfway line. It's off the head of the Ballina number 8. Ballina now look across to the McLean penalty area. Teeny clears, and very well he did so. It'll be a Ballina throw midway between the halfway. The throw to be taken by the number 2. It's up the wing to Teeny. Teeny heads it back over his own shoulder. Newbold marking him now. Looks into the centre. What can he do from there? Andy Little. Andy Little's attempted back pass almost looked like a shot at goal. Not to worry, McLean have got away with it. It'll be a corner now to be taken by the Ballina team on the left-hand touchline. The corner taken now, and an unmarked Ballina guy rises and connects with his head, but it does not find the goal. It'll be a goal kick to McLean. Perfect conditions here today at Oaks Oval for a grand final of soccer. The sun is out, not a cloud in the sky. The ground nice and dry and very fast. As Teeny now connects. Up near the halfway line, goes across to Cole Stevens' wing. Cole Stevens beaten in the air, into Andy Little. Andy Little looks around for his options. It's in across now, Brian Watson. Watson with the ball now. Clare clips it back inside for Simmons. Simmons to Watson. Watson to Clare. Clare on the left-hand touchline. What can he do? He's been dispossessed. Robbie making a few fundamental errors here today, but not to worry. He'll pick up his act and score yet another goal, which he's very renowned at doing. As Ballina now launch an attack. There's a free kick about 8 metres outside the penalty box to McLean. To Ballina, sorry, as their number 7. Looks for his options. McLean build a wall with Tooney and Elvery and Jeffrey Simmons in it. What can he do now? Has a shot. And it's off Scott Johnson's leg. Not an orthodox save, but save nonetheless. Tooney to take the goal kick. He's cleared it up over the halfway line. The number 3 for Ballina clears it off his line, and can Clare come up with the ball from here? Oh, it's headed through by Newbold very well indeed, and then headed again by the Ballina defender. Watson now. What can Watson do? He's crossed it to Murdo McLeod's wing. And the number 3 for Ballina, what can he do? That's the McLean throw deep inside the Ballina half. Teeny now to take the throw. A long throw specialist, this kid. Looks for his options. Runs in. Lets it go. Oh, a very big throw indeed. Watkin, there's a scramble inside the penalty box. Andy Little just outside the penalty area, hustling for the ball. He comes up with it. Crosses to it. Simmons. Clare. Oh, and Clare. It's the Ballina number 6 midfield. Looks across. Looks for his flanker, but it's been cut back in for his number 7. Back to the number 6 midfield. Looks up to the edge of the penalty box. Simmons, a very good defender, this guy. Very good. It's cleared. It's crossed the back in front of goal by their right side winger. Back down near the halfway line. Ballina in possession of the ball. Stevens. Stevens off the head. What can he do? He's being hassled, and that should be a free kick, which it is. Deservedly so. Cole Stevens, the workaholic in the team, elects to take the free kick. Looks for his options now. As it's up in deep in Ballina's half. Number 4 kicks it up the touchline into Brian Elvery's chest, and that should be a McLean throw, which it is, and it's a Ballina throw. Midway in their own half. The throw taken now to the number 8. And Little, beaten. Richard Newbold playing the sweeper role today, which is his normal position. It's crossed back into the middle by the Ballina. Number 6, Stevens elects to clear it. It's down to Clare. As number 8 flicks it up to the flanker. It's back down. Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons hoiks it downfield. And that'll be nothing more than taken. Inside the McLean half. Knotted over the top by Simmons. Clare in possession on the edge of the box. What can Clare do now? Looks across to the far post, but it's too big. A throw to be taken by the number 3. The McLean crowd right behind him. Really giving him a big rub up indeed. As Brian Elvery concedes another throw to the Ballina side. Number 5 to take it. McLean really need to regroup. They're at 6s and 7s at the moment, but number 2 goes to take it. He's let it go down to Simmons. Simmons misses his kick altogether. Elvery. And Elvery's conceded the free kick to the Ballina. Ballina number 2 to take the kick just inside their own half. Looks for who he can kick it to. Elects to kick it straight down. I think it'll be too big and it'll go over for a goal kick. No. Yes, it does. Very well done by Richard Newbold there. To take the goal kick. Runs in, kicks it again over halfway. Down to Watson. What can Brian Watson do? That'll be a McLean throw on the halfway line, on the right-hand touch line. Watson now looks around. Watson inside to Andrew Little. Andrew Little flicks it inside to Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons cuts it across goal, but it's been cleared by the Ballina defence. Elvery now. Elvery. Elvery looks down for McLeod. 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 What can McLeod do? McLean just pressuring, just peppering away at the Ballina goal at the moment. As it's gone down deep into the McLean half, Stevens kicks it out, clears it. A very good kick indeed. As Murdo McLeod. Murdo, what can he do? It's down to Andrew Little in the midfield. Andrew Little attempts a little dive, but no penalty comes off about it. Number 6 for Ballina now. Makes a bit of a scamper up through the halfway line. Has a hit, but it's a very sad attempt indeed. Another goal kick for the McLean side. Looks who he can kick it to. McLean side look very interested indeed. They want to win this game. They're not going to leave Oaks over without anything but a win. Teeny now skews off the side of the boot over the touchline for a Ballina throw inside the McLean half. The throw taken now. Cut back to number 4. Number 4 flicks it over the top for his flanker. What can he do? He's cut it back inside. And Richard Newbold. And off the foot of Cole Stevens. I think they'll go over the back for a corner. No. Richard saved the corner and he's just turned it into a throw. One of the Ballina guys are down now just inside McLean's box, and the throw to be taken by Ballina now. It's hurled in near the near post. Cleared off the head. I think it was Tony Tooney. I'm not sure. This number 7, he thinks he's a little maestro. He's nothing more than just a very ordinary soccer player in my opinion, but the Ballina team seems to put him up on a pedestal and think he's some Diego Maradona, but I just can't agree with him, you know. Okay, the throw to be taken by number 2. The throw looked a bit foul, but the ref's got he's the man for the whistle. Ballina now. Clips it across for their number 9, deep down in the corner, and that it should be a McLean throw, Ballina throw in, right on the edge of the corner. Rebounding off the legs of Tony Tooney. The throw to be taken now. It's hurled. It's not all that big of a throw. And it's skewed across the face of goal. And Tooney to restart with the goal kick. Kicks it. Yet again it's up over the halfway line. Very, very big kick. Clare. Brian Watson hustling for the ball. N comes up trumps with it. Tony Tooney, and it's put out by the Ballina side. Tony Tooney hurls it down. Simmons. And Simmons concedes the throw in. The throw in now to be taken by Tooney yet again. It's off to Clare. Clare tries to clip it inside. And Ballina conceded yet another throw deep inside their own half. Tooney now looking for his options. Elvery in the centre of the field. Looks across to the wing of Murday McLeod. McLeod cuts it inside for Andrew Little. And that'll be a corner to the McLean side. Andrew Little having a very big game indeed. The kick to be taken now by Murday McLeod. Murday runs in and hits it. And very well taken by the keeper. Kick up on the halfway line. Watson climbing off his chest. Simmons down to Elvery. Elvery down to Jeffrey. Jeffrey tries to cut it through for Clare, but it's rebounded off the leg and into the Ballina number 5. Watson comes across. And that'll be a Ballina throw. As Ballina put it back into the centre of McLean's penalty area. Elvery hustling for the ball. Watson comes up with it. As the Ballina defender kicks it up into the penalty area off Simmons' head. The Ballina number 8 now, looking for his options. Stevens clears his lines again. Watson clears his lines. As it's headed up through, back down into the penalty area of Ballina. And that'll go over for a corner kick to the Ballina side, rebounding off the chest of Daryl Simmons. Corner to be taken now. It's cut across in goal. Number 8 tries to have a hit. Rebounds off Elvery's chest. He decides to have a hit himself, but down to Scott Johnson in his mouth of the goal.
Johnson. From a distance, you'd mistake him for the great Peter Schmeichel, the Manchester United legend. Ian Jan's just added the Denmark legend as well. His kick down into the Ballina halfway, taken by the Ballina number 2. It's flicked off Jeffrey Simmons. Watson hassling for the ball. It's cut back to number 2. Number 6 comes up with the ball, looks around, looks for number 5 down the wing. What can he do from there? Andrew Little now in the centre of midfield. He's looked up the wing, but it's sailed out over the halfway line for a Ballina kick. Watson in the centre of midfield. It's kicked through by the Ballina defender, but it's gone down into the goal mouth for Scott Johnson to clean up. Johnson looks around. A big toe punt. It's off the boot, down, cleared by the Ballina defender, up to Stevens. Nodded over the top by Dale Simmons. Simmons hustling for the ball. Simmons then comes up trumps. Tries to cut it inside, but it ricochets out over the sideline for a McLean throw inside their own half. Tapped over the head by Clare. Oh, I cannot agree with that call by the linesman. I just cannot agree with it, but free kick now to be taken by the goalkeeper. He kicks it up just over the halfway line. Simmons, no, that's Brian Watson. Watson in the midfield. Watson looking around, hustling for the ball. It's off the head of Stevens, deep down in the McLean half. That'll go over the side for a Ballina throw. Ballina team now take the throw quickly. Stevens clears down to Jeffrey Simmons, but Jeffrey Simmons misses it. Robert Clare misses it. And it's been cleared by Ballina down. Very well hit by the Ballina number 5, I think it was, and even very well saved by Scott Johnson. Corner taken by the Ballina team, and it's gone over for a goal kick to the McLean side. Hits it well, sails right up over halfway. It's into the centre for Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons looks around. He's really got any options, and he's been dispossessed. Watson. And it's kicked out over the sideline by the Ballina player from McLean throw. Teeny to take the throw, hurls it down the line. Headed back in by Ballina number 2. Elvery now. Elvery heads it over for Clare. Clare, what can Clare do? Oh. Robbie Clare's shot shaves the outside upright. Having a very big game, this Robbie Clare. He's already scored 1 goal, and it's not for the want of trying. He should have had goal number 2, but not to worry. Ballina keeper clears it now, hooks it around to his right, to his left. Ballina kick it up the wing, and it's only conceded a McLean throw inside their own half. Stevens looks around. Throws it down to... It's been kicked out by the Ballina players now. Ballina come up with the ball through their number 9. Flicked over his head. Tooney. Stevens slides in, but just temporarily saves. And they've crossed in by the Ballina, and it's off the head of Brian Watson, down in the middle of halfway to Robbie Clare. Jeffrey Simmons. Brian Watson now, he's dispossessed with the ball, over to the Ballina number 5. He looks into the centre for his number 7. His number 7, scanning around for options. Comes up to the number 9, and I think it goes over the back for a corner. Or is it a goal kick? I'm not too sure. Okay, the clearance kick to be taken, the goal kick to be taken by Tooney. Kicks it up to halfway. Simmons attempts to flick it over, but he's come off. It's down to Brian Watson. Elvery flicks it over the top. It's off the Ballina heads. Elvery again, looking for the ball. It's come to their little maestro, their number 7. Thinks he's a star. Cut back inside. Oh, and he's had a shot at goal. This McLean goal they're leading by is having a very charmed life at the moment. Ballina have had 4 or 5 options to put one away and they've yet to get on the scoreboard. As Tony yet again to take the penalty goal kick. This would have to be 30 kicks he's had this half, Jan. Clears it yet again. It's up over the half line. Very big kick. Clare, like trying to get on the end of it. And he's let it go out for a McLean throw. Simmons now. Simmons looks around.
The commentary recording?
If you want. Simmons now on his right-hand touchline. Looks, tries to put a cross in, but it's rebounded off Ballina. Simmons again. It's been clipped. Okay, down in McLean's half. Watson dispossesses Ballina number 7 for the ball. Watson chasing it. What can he do from here? And that should be a McLean throw. Which it is. No, it's... The Ballina defender kicks it up into the centre of McLean's half as Andy Little tries to head it through. Ballina in possession now. Number 8 looks around for his options, kicks it across the goal. Number 10 comes across and it's cleared by Brian Elvery. I'd say it's going to go over the back for a corner. The corner now taken by Ballina. The goal kick to be taken yet again by Tony Tooney. Gets onto it not so well this time, doesn't find the halfway line. Down to Stephen. Stephen kicks it through the air. Simmons comes up with it on the right hand side. Looks for someone in the centre. Elects to go himself. And it's just gone too high. The wind grabbed hold of it and dragged it over. Simmons climbs in the air. Does not connect. Watson kicks it straight up into the air. In the Ballina half. Simmons again. Simmons puts it over the sideline for a Ballina throw, right on halfway. The throw taken by their number 2. Tooney now. Tooney gets possession. It's down to Brian Watson. No, that's Jeffrey Simmons. Back to Tooney. Tooney mishits it. It's cut across in front of goal by the Ballina. Off the head of Newbold. Newbold down to Elvery. Elvery to Tooney. Tooney tries to clear, but it rebounds off the Ballina leg. Watson. No, that's Elvery. Elvery hustling for the ball. Tooney comes up with it. And that'll be a McLean free kick. Tooney now to take the kick. He's hooked it around. It's gone to Clare. Clare kicks it back to Watson. And that's a handball to against Brian Watson to the Ballina side. The tall blonde-haired number 2 for Ballina looks around for who he can kick it to. Takes it off the right boot. Down to Andy Little. Andy Little kicks it back to number 2. Chocky hassling, but it's down to through the midfield by Murdo. Murdo to Brian Watson. Brian Watson cuts it back inside but loses possession. Brian again. Claire, what can he do? Watson kicks it down through the Ballina defensive line. What can the Ballina defenders do now? Back to Watson. Watson all involved this last 30 seconds. Number 5 to number 7. Number 7 lays a little 1-2 off to number 5. Number 5 down the flank. Can he get across in? No. Taken out well by Tony Tooney. It'll be a Ballina throw deep in McLean. It's a short one. Ballina back to the number 7. Can he get a decent cross in? Flicks it around. He elects to go himself. Cuts it across goal, but it's cleared by Tony Tooney. Clare, what can Clare do now? He's got the ball at his feet. Clare's dispossessed by the number 2. Number 2 looks around. Scott Johnson comes right off his line into his penalty area to collect the ball. Brian Watson very well kept in play, little back heel. It's down to Watson again. It's off the head of Newbold, down to Andrew Little. Andrew Little looks around for an option. Fouled from behind, but the ref doesn't think so. Number 10 lays it off well, but he's called a penalty against McLean just outside their box. McLean yet again build a 5-man war. Is it a 4-man wall? Number 7. Number 7 to take the penalty kick. What will he do? Can McLean clear their lines now? It's had a shot by Ballina and cleared very well by, I think it was Tony Tooney, I'm not too sure, but Clare climbing in the air. Ballina number 8 with a bit of room to move. Kicks it up his flank, looks for number 9. And number 9 comes out, but it's cleared by Dale Simmons. And down to Robbie Clare. Robbie Clare, what can he do now? He's been dispossessed by number 3, and that'll be a McLean throw. We must be into injury time in this first half of the grand final here at Oaks Oval. McLeod down to Cole Stevens. Oh, and it is not for the want of trying. The goalkeeper was just nearly upended altogether and let another goal in, but you see that goal that Spurs scored about a minute ago? I think halfway. And that's the first half of this grand.
You've got the midfield, you've got the
rely on their defence to clear the ball, and they just drop back into the midfield and pick up unmarked, right? So don't go too far forward. If one of you go forward, remember to stay back and cover them, alright? Rightio? Remember to do that. Use a bit of common sense. Dazza, keep going, mate. Keep going. You know he's good. You've got to do your best, alright? You can't afford to let him in, right? You can't afford it. Keep it going. Keep it going. Don't slack it off, boys. Fight for it. Fight for that ball. Fight for it hard, alright? Make that ball yours. 50-50 balls. You go in and you go in like you want it. Alright? Classic example, Brian. You've got to play like that little run up the side the whole game. Not just for a 5-minute burst, alright? For 45 minutes, you've got to do that all the time. Not just for 5 minutes. That's the same with everyone else. Get that ball and make it yours. 50-50 tackles. Go in and crunch it, okay? In hard and win that ball. Don't go in stupid. Just go in and win it. Be determined. Rightio? Robbie, remember what I told you? 90-minute effort. It's not a bloody 5-minute effort. Not 5 minutes at the start of the half and 10 minutes at the end. 45 minutes, okay? All the time. You've got to be hassling. You know you've got heaps more room. Just be in the middle, spread the wide, right? Use your pace of footing. You've got to hassle him. If he makes a mistake, you're in. Right? 45 minutes. You can do it. Bust your ass. Okay, you don't need to keep going, alright? You've got to. Yeah. We've got to remember to go back to the bed too, right? You got that time, mate. You really got that ball there. Rightio, guys. Don't go to sleep. Guys, don't go to sleep. Right? We've got to bust our ass. Get tight and don't fuck around with being the goals, alright? Okay? Because we've seen it a couple of times. We've gone to make a little run for that, and the long-hairs guys are all over you. Alright? It's really quick. He'll chase you, and he won't give up until he's got that ball. So we control it, and we get a good pass away, or we move the fuck out.
There's one obvious thing, that's happening, and that's in our last third, where it's very dangerous. Yeah. A couple of our midfielders, instead of trying to clear the ball, and they've got their backs, or they're facing their goal, they try and turn a player and try and get the ball, get off the time and move.
That's the same thing. You got caught once, you got caught once.
Midfielders rushing through at line.
There was definitely a call being on my head. I know it's hard to get out. I know you're always through that. Lift him down, get it out. That's exactly it. Alright? Especially on back passes, guys. That was a bit silly, that one pass. There was a guy not 5 metres in the line. He kick it hard and return. We've got to make sure. We got away with it. We got away with it, and that's the main thing. Let's bust our ass, okay? Guys, let's bust our ass for 45 minutes. This is what we've been working for since the start of bloody February, okay? All this work, all this stuff we've been doing at training, it's going, it's here, this is what we did it for. So let's get out there and bust our ass for it, alright? Thank you, boys.
Good. Jenny, over there, what? Welcome back to the second half of the grand final between Maclean and Ballina here at Oaks Oval. The Ballina side in the Manchester City blue, Maclean side in the green Liverpool away strip. The throw taken by Cole Stevens. Down to the Ballina number 8, he attempts to kick it over to the penalty area, but it's skewed off his boot. Elvery now clears his line, but it's gone out over the touchline. The throw now taken by the Ballina number 11. Looks around for his options. Takes the throw. Simmons wins the ball. Looks for Clare. Clare dispossessed. But he comes up with a penalty. Comes up with a free kick through a handball by the Ballina number 4. Stevens now. Inside McLean's half. Stevens looks around for someone to kick it to. McLeod hustling away, but he's lost the ball. Very well done, Murday McLeod. He concedes the throw-in, but it's not for the want of trying to win this game. Ballina number 8 now on the left-hand touchline. Looks around. What can he do? Kicks it deep and it'll only go over the back for a McLean goal kick. Teeny now sets up the ball, gets prepared to take his kick. McLean against the win this half, but I don't think it's going to hurt them. Teeny takes the kick. It's on the halfway line, down to Murday McLeod. Cuts it inside to Clare. Oh, Clare flicks it over superbly to Murday McLeod. Murday McLeod looks inside. He's lost the ball, but he's done well under the circumstances too. Concedes a throw, but holds Ballina deep inside their own half. The throw now taken. Number 6 flicks it on, but it only goes over the side for a McLean throw. Cole Stevens, I think it is, to take the throw. Looks around for who he can throw it to. Looks to Murday McLeod. McLeod off the chest. Back to Cole Stevens. Stevens flicks it through the centre. Watson goes without it. Runs back to clean up. Cuts it across, but he loses possession. It's down to Stevens inside the Ballina half. Stevens nods it over and goes for it a second time. Flicked over his head by number 11. And Stevens puts it over the touchline. A Ballina throw inside the McLean half. Number 7, the little maestro, is ready to take his throw. Looks over, looks for the number 8. Cleared by Stevens. And out over the touchline for another throw. Number 4 now, looks around. Throws to his number 8. Number 8. Gets a bit of a free run. Has a shot at goal and very well hit, but wide of the left-hand upright. I think the ball, if inside the post, would have beat the dive of Scott Johnson, but not to worry. Teeny now to take the goal kick. Lines it up, a long run up. Runs in. Connects well, goes up near the halfway line, but it's off the boot of number 5 over the touchline for a McLean throw. Teeny to take the throw. Throws it up over halfway to Andrew Little. Andrew Little at his feet. Flicks it over. Clare. What can Clare do under the circumstances? Cleared well by the Ballina number 7 down to the halfway line. Simmons now. Simmons nods it on through to Teeny. It's up in the air as Elvie climbs. Off Elvie's head. Simmons on the halfway. Simmons flicks it over superbly to Robbie Clare. But no, it's gone a little bit big and it'll concede a Ballina throw on the far side inside Ballina's own half. Andrew Little inside McLean's half. Clears. It's up over halfway. The Ballina defender number 3 flicks it. It's a long ball game all at the moment, all in the air. Oh, Scott Johnson, very well done. The man's having a big game, a very, very big game. Kicks the number 6. Number 6 looks across to his right-hand flank to the number 9. What can he do now? Oh, Teeny clears well. Up to Clare. Clare flicks it on well for Andrew Little. Andrew Little. He's got no one inside really. Oh, Clare. Clare has a hit, but it's rebounded. Andrew Little looks inside for Simmons, and Simmons has gone without it. Number 6 looks for his options. It's off Teeny. Very well blocked by Daryl Simmons. Elvery now. Elvery looks across, but it's gone out. The throw now to be taken by Ballina. Hurls in off the head of Elvery. Watson looks for Clare. Clare, it's a 2-on-1. It's a 2-on-1. What can Clare do? Tries to beat him. Has a hit. And it's rebounded off the Ballina defender into the arms of the Ballina keeper. The keeper clears. Simmons flicks it off his boot. Ballina number 11 now. Flicks it over to his number 8, and that'll be off Stevens' boot for a Ballina throw. Number 8 looks around for someone to throw it to. The number 7. Number 7 beats Brian Elvery. Meriday McLeod in hot pursuit. Flicks it through to his striker. I'm not sure what number it is. And that'll be a goal kick to McLean. Off the head of Elvery. Elvery runs through, but he's beaten to the ball by number 7. Simmons climbing and connecting with the head. Jeffrey Simmons now. Jeffrey Simmons looks into the centre. It's gone to the Ballina defender. He looks around. It's off Brian Elvery's leg. Number 8 kicks it across into the middle of McLean's half. It's all a bit of a scramble inside the McLean penalty area at the moment. Can McLean regroup and keep this goal, 1 goal advantage ahead? Cleared by Teeny. Off Elvery. Elvery elects to just get out of here, and he does very well. Clare now. Clare with a bit of room to move. Clare, can he sum up his options and look for Jeff on one side? No, but he's dispossessed. Cole Stevens, very well done indeed. Knotted over by Simmons. And it's down to the goalkeeper, Murday McLeod, in hot pursuit. Goalkeeper clears the halfway. Andrew Little comes through but misses the ball. Elvery lays it off to Little. Little dispossessed. And it's gone over the back of Ballina for a McLean goal kick restart. Teeny now to set up the ball to take yet another goal kick. He's probably taken 30 or 40 of these in this game so far. Gets onto it well. Sails up over halfway. Now what can the Ballina player do? He's elected to put it over the touchline for a McLean throw deep inside their own half. Ballina now, it's kicked through into the McLean penalty area, off the head of Newbold to clear it. It's down to Elvery. What can Elvery do? Elvery tries to clear it. It's a bit of a scramble. Elvery comes up with the ball, looks across to his left and tries to find Murday, but he's been intercepted. Number 7, Simmons comes through, lays it off to his brother Jeff. His brother Jeff hadn't got much room to move, loses the ball. Number 11, can he put a decent cross in? Oh, it's a little bit deep, but Brian Watson clears his lines well again. Teeny climbing. And that'll be another goal kick to the McLean side.
Nothing, mate. Doing a good job there, mate.
Teeny now to take the goal kick restart. Kicks it, goes up towards the halfway line. Elvery climbing off the head of Elvery. Then cleared by the Ballina defender. Number 7 lays it off, but not real well. Elvery again. Elvery comes up with the ball. Looks across to Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons, can he win it? He wins it well. Looks for Clare. Clare cuts it through. Murday McLeod, but Jeffrey Simmons hassling for the ball inside the penalty area, but it's been temporarily cleared. Ballina now. Ballina. It's off the head of Teeny. Ballina midfield. Looks for his striker into the centre. He climbs over his head. Simmons now. Simmons can do not much more than put it over the touchline, but that's okay. Restart taken by Ballina. Ballina number 10, being fouled by Daryl Simmons. It's been a pretty clean affair this today. There hasn't been any yellow cards or any indiscretions to speak of as yet. Which the way a grand final should be played, hard but clean. Maclean got the dubious reputation of having a hell of a lot of yellow cards handed out against them, but it matters not up until today. Maclean form a three-man wall right on the edge of their penalty box. Number 7 has a look. Kicks it across into the goal. Oh, and Scott Johnson comes up trumps. Very well. He's having an absolute blinder, Scott Johnson. Having an absolute blinder. Oh, and clears it extra well. Off the head of Andrew Little and fouled. That'll be a Maclean free kick. Restart by Newbold. Newbold onto Stevens, and Stevens flicks it across to Watson. Watson with a bit of room to move. Watson tries the attempted volley, but she's gone wide over the back for a goal kick restart to be taken by Ballina. Simmons now clears his line up to Clare. Oh, and Maclean, that's put it totally beyond doubt. Scored by Murday McLeod. Look at the Maclean crowd, absolutely going off their berserk. It's all but over for the Ballina side. You can say goodbye 92 for Ballina. See you 93, because yous are all but finished, I'm sorry to say. As Ballina restart, they put it too deep, or can he keep it in? No, he's put it over the back. Ballina now just playing like a bunch of has-beens. They're all spent. Tony tended to take yet another kick. It's up to Andrew Little. Andrew Little flicks it across to Clare. Clare now, he's been dispossessed. Andrew Little off the head. Brian Watson now with a little bit of room to move. He loses possession. It's Ballina flick it into the Maclean penalty box, and Simmons clears it well. A big throw taken by Ballina. And Ballina peg one back. Goal to Ballina. Maclean still with the 1 goal cushion. They can't lose it from here for sure.
Goal to Ballina by Ian Haynes. Maclean now leads 2 goals to 1.
Maclean restart. Murdo up on the wing. Leod. Ballina now. Punted high up towards halfway line. Elvery climbing but doesn't connect with the head. Newbold clears to the number 6. Number 6 flicks it through. That's a Maclean free kick. Johnson in possession of the ball now. Clears it with a big punt up to the halfway line. Angelo underneath it. Off the head of Little. Little down to Clare. Clare to McLeod in the centre. Simmons. What can Simmons do? Simmons has a hit, but it's deflected. Clare. Oh, it's a scramble, but that should be a goal kick to Ballina Entities. The Ballina goalkeeper to take the kick restart. It's kicked up towards the halfway line. Off the head of the Ballina number 8. Elvery wins the ball. No, he doesn't. He's been dispossessed. Scott Johnson comes up with the ball. Punts it down at the halfway line, off the head of the Ballina number 4. Number 5 flies, and Watson in control now. Watson, what can he do? Watson takes the throw down to Clare. And that'll be a goal kick restart to Ballina. The kick restart taken by the Ballina goalkeeper. Number 7 flicks it over his head. Down to Richard. Richard heads it clear. Simmons now. Simmons looks back to Tooney. Tooney just gives it a punt, but she's curled back into the wind. Murdo flicks it over his head. And it'll run into touch for a Ballina throw in inside their own half. Take the throw straight to Andrew Little. Andrew Little hits it straight up for yet another throw. Simmons now playing the defensive role. Number 11 cuts it across goal. Watson clears. And it's a handball offence against Brian Watson. Ballina now the penalty 40 yards out from the goal. What can they do? Oh, it's McLean at 6s and 7s really. Straight over the goal. Tooney to take goal kick restart again. Punts it up. It's not a real good kick. Off the head of Elvery. The crowd behind Ballina here, but I don't think Ballina have got a hope in hell, to be quite frank. It's punted up to Simmons. It's off the head of the Ballina defender down to the Ballina number 11. Number 11 looks around. Kicks it to his right. I think Watson was fouled, but I think the ref's allowed the play to go on. Ballina now trying to launch another attack. Number 7 has a bit of a shot, but Jeffrey Simmons comes up with the ball. Robbie Clare off the Murdo McLeod. Number 4 tries to clear it, but it only goes as far as Brian Watson's head. Simmons now on the halfway line. Simmons with a bit of room to move. Simmons puts Clare up the left-hand touch line. Clare looks inside. Can he find someone to give the ball to? Clare's been dispossessed. Number 3 comes up with the ball. Clare hustling for the ball. It's down to Brian Watson. Brian Watson, it's over the touchline for a McLean throw. Tooney comes up with the ball. Tooney looks for some options. Tooney going himself, making some inroads. Has a hit, but it's bounced off. McLean outnumbered here in their own penalty area, but Cole Stevens, and rightly so. The kick put out over the halfway line. Ballina take the throw now. Looking around. Number 8 with the ball at his feet. Flicks it through. Cole Stevens comes up. Off the head of Andrew Little. Brian Elvery now hustling for the ball. Number 7. Number 11 cuts it across his face to goal. And what can number 10 do? Number 10 puts it out over the back for yet another kick restart. Goal kick restart. It's up to Elvery. Elvery in the middle. Puts one up for Clare. But it's gone a bit far. But Clare's come up with the ball. Clare looks ahead for Murday McLeod. Murday McLeod's cut it over the back. It'll be a goal kick restart to the Ballina side. The action winding down just a little bit, but as the both teams start to tie just a touch, but I think Maclean is still the better team on the paddock no matter what. Ballina they've tried hard, but I don't think they've just got what it takes to win this grand final today. As it comes through their number 7. Number 7 back to number 6. Number 6 looks up the wing and only goes as far as Elvery. Elvery comes up well. Elvery looks across now. He looks into the centre for Robbie Clare. Robbie Clare, it's ricocheted to Murday McLeod and it's put over the side for a throw. Deep inside the Ballina half. Teeny now to take one of his big throws he's well renowned for. Lines up. Oh, and a big throw as well. It's in the penalty area of Ballina. What can they do? They clear it out through their number 2. Watson now hustling for the ball, and can he come up with it? It's down to Jeffrey Simmons. Jeffrey Simmons cuts it back inside, but only goes as far as Ballina's defender. Look across now. That's a pretty good play by the Ballina team, actually. Can he keep this ball in play? He can. Looks for Cole Stevens comes up with it. Elvery now. Elvery in possession. What can he do? He tries to find Murday McLeod up here on the flank, but goes over the touchline. Ballina number 4 to take the throw. Stevens, very well done. And that'll be a free kick to the Ballina side. Not a bad attempt at goal then from the number 7, but it's gone out over the back. It'll be a Maclean free kick, Maclean goal kick yet again. Teeny to take it yet again. Teeny punts it up to Andrew Little, off Andrew Little's head. Little hassling the number 2 of the ball. Number 2's put a pretty good through ball through. And Simmons has kept it in play. Actually, that was pretty well done by Dale Simmons. He's a pretty skilled player, this guy. He's found Robbie Clare up the end. Robbie Clare, he's been dispossessed. It's punted through as far as Teeny, and Teeny's just headed up through to Andrew Little. Number 7's in control of the ball now with number 8. Number 8 looks around for an option. All he can do is find Jeffrey Simmons, but he's come back with the ball. There's a bit of a scurry in the penalty box, and that's just gone over the back for a... It'll be a goal kick to Maclean yet again. Geez, I'd like $1 for every goal kick this Tony Tooney's taken today. Teeny runs in now. Doesn't connect it all that well. It tapped off the head of Brian Elvery. Ballina now. Launch another attack. That'll be a Ballina free kick just on the edge of the box. What can they do from here? Number 7 looks around now. Oh, cleared well by Richard Newbold. This 1 goal lead by Maclean's having a very charmed life as Clare finds some room to move. What can Clare do? Clare puts it through for McLeod. McLeod got a little bit of toe. He's pretty quick. Oh, he's fouled from behind. That's got to be a cardable offence, ref. I'd be very disappointed if you don't pull out a yellow card, ref, for this one. Murdo McLeod seems to be in a little bit of distress down here on the ground. There didn't look to be much in it more than a bit of a push in the back, but he might have hurt something going down to the ground. McLeod seems to be okay. He's favouring his leg a little bit. He might have twisted an ankle or something going down, but not to worry. Enough is that. Simmons now to take the kick. Simmons looks across to the penalty spot area. Clare couldn't control it as well as he'd like to. Number 2 looks up the wing and he finds Simmons. Simmons having a very good day down there on the last line of defence. It's tapped through by Ballina now, and Simmons clears again over the sideline for a Ballina throw. Ballina elect to take the long throw again. Oh, and it is a towering throw. Can Clare clear? He hasn't really done a good job, but there's still a bit of panic in the Maclean penalty box, but it's cleared now as Clare climbs and connects with the head. Can Maclean launch another scathing attack on the Ballina side? Number 8, will he have a hit by himself? It's deflected off Newbold. Still haven't really cleared it as well as they'd want. Simmons, it's a bit of a hassle. Number 7, as Cole Stevens comes through with flying colours, puts it up the wing very nicely indeed. Number 4 kicks it back to his number 7. It's number 7, he's having a pretty good game today. He's a pretty skilled player actually. It's got to be a handball there, but he lets it go on. Stevens marking the number 11, won't give him an inch of room. Clare now. Number 8 with a bit of space. It's rebounded off Newbold's legs. That was not far away from the far post. That had to take paint off the far post, that header. I got 30 minutes there. I got 30 minutes. Wow. Teeny again to take yet another goal kick. Up to Clare, but Clare really not interested in going for the ball on that occasion. Gives Ballina. And Scott Johnson uses his head well and lets it go over for yet another goal kick. Teeny gets onto it well. Up to Simmons. Simmons, can he keep control of it? He does. He's got Clare there if he wants to use him, but he's been dispossessed. Watson comes up with the ball. Watson puts it up the wing for Clare. Now Clare, look inside. He's got players inside. Clare goes himself, has a hit. Oh, it's gone outside the far post from where he was looking. And But Ballina start again with a goal kick through their goalkeeper. Kicks it up towards the halfway line. Number 6 traps it and looks around. Kicks across to his far side wing. Number 5 nods it off his head to his number 2. Number 2 lays it off well to number 7. Simmons clears. And that should run for a goal kick. It does. That'll go over the back off Newbold's head for a corner. This could be a pressure kick for McLean. And that'll be McLean throw. They've cleared their lines yet again. Stevens now looking for an option. Stevens hurls it up to Clare. Clare lays it on well. Number 4, Murdo McLeod in hot pursuit. Number 4 kicks it down. It's a good, very well placed kick actually. Jeffrey Simmons comes up with the ball. Jeffrey Simmons up to Brian Elvery. Elvery looks around, finds Simmons well over on his left. Simmons, I think the ball's still in play. It is, and number 3 flicks it back over his left shoulder. Clare now, what can he do? Clare's been dispossessed. And Richard Newbold clears our line well. Oh, it's been flicked over by Ballina, but it'll go over the back for a goal kick. Ballina get a replacement warmed up, just signing a card on the linesman, just ready to go on to take, I think it's number 8's place. It is actually. No, number 8's. I'm not sure the number, but not to worry. Number 12 coming on now. I cannot see any action yet on the McLean bench. I think Jeffrey Simmons is pretty happy with how all the players have fared as yet. The restart to be taken by Tony Tooney. Tooney gets onto it well, sails up over the halfway line. Off the head of Simmons. Simmons clears. Number 6 in the middle, what can he do? Flicks it up over the top into McLean's penalty box. Off the head of Newbold. Tooney clears. Simmons comes into possession of the ball. Looks around. Jockey, what can he do from there? Number 2 rises and connects with the head. Off the head of Tooney. Down to number 3. 3 puts it up in the air behind his back. It's off Clare's head, but it's gone backwards. Simmons now. Simmons has lost possession. Very well done, Cole Stevens. The crowd were carrying on as if he'd made a blunder, but he knew what he was doing from the start. Number 3 nods it forward now. throw to be taken now by Ballina halfway into McLean's half. Hurls it in. It's a pretty big throw right in on the Ballina. And it's gone over the back for a McLean kick. McLean goal kick. Teeny now sails it up to the halfway line, ended or climbing but not connecting with the head. Jeffrey Simmons, he's had a huge game, Jeffrey Simmons, led by example all the way. It's chipped well over into the McLean penalty area and Richard Newbold concedes a corner. Now, what can Ballina do? They launch another attack, flicks it over the head. Number 7 does. Can he keep possession? He doesn't. Brian Elvery comes off the ball and kicks it to Ballina number 12. But that's a Ballina throw. Hurled into the McLean penalty box. Cleared off the head of Simmons. And cleaned up well by Scott Johnson down there in his own penalty box. He hasn't made a mistake today, Scott. He's done everything asked of him and even more. He's had a very big game. McLean player fouled. It's got to be a cardable offence. Has to be. Oh, I think if that ref looked hard enough, he'd have a little yellow card in his top pocket, but not to worry. Jeff Simmons down. He looks a bit groggy, actually. I think he's taken a knock to the head or something along those lines, but... I think the old magic water's done the trick, Jeffrey. Elvery now to take the kick restart. Teeny takes it deep into Ballina's half. It's come to McLeod. What can McLeod do? McLeod, he's got to be fouled, sir. No, but he's let it play on. And it's down in the McLean half. That'll go over the back for a goal kick. Oh, he's called a corner. Can McLean hold off just one more attack from Ballina? It's launched in. Can it be cleared, or what can Ballina do from here? I don't think they'll score. I just don't think McLean will let them somehow. Sailed over the end. I think that was Ballina's last throw of the dice. And he takes the kick again, but he's put it up over the sideline. What can Ballina do? It's got to be out, sir. He's let it go. Simmons nods it away. Number 6 nods it over the back for a McLean goal kick. Teeny now. Teeny. Oh, hits it very well indeed. Clare climbs and yes, that is a McLean ball. Stevens now to take the throw. Stevens finds Little. He's been fouled. Stevens to take the free kick. Stevens, a very well weighted kick indeed. Clare! Oh! It is not for the want of trying, Robbie. The goal kick taken by Ballina now. Ballina chip it over the midfield. Simmons jumps, only hits it in the air, hits it the second time, which is a lot better. Andy Little. Elvery climbing. Elvery, Little. And that's all right. It's put over the sideline. Andrew Little hassling for the ball. I think that was Ballina's last throw of the dice. There can't be many minutes to go. I'd say 2 or 3 at the very most. McLean have just got to play percentage football. Slow the play down to as much as they can, and I think this 92 premiership is all but theirs. Teeny now to take yet another kick. He's hit that extraordinarily well. Clare climbing, not connecting. Number 3 tries to chip it over the midfield. It's down as far as Brian Elvery's head. Oh, and he's called a foul on, I think it's Brian Elvery. Yes, it is. What can number 7 do? Will he have a shot clean at goal, or will he look for someone else? Pretty futile attempt by the Ballina left wing, but it's all McLean from here. You just got to play percentage football, McLean. Just keep working for me, McLean. I'd say it's all but yours. It's hurled into the penalty box. Pretty good attempt at goal there from the Ballina. I think it was number 10, but as it went wide, I don't think it would have beat Scott Johnson's lunge anyway. Teeny takes another kick, punts it upfield. That's the biggest kick he's done today. It's nodded back from the number 6 to the midfield. Simmons nods it back over. On to Jeffrey Simmons. Clare, what can Clare do? Shows his pace. He's got pace like David White, this lad. Oh, he's got to be fouled, sir. No, he's let it go on. Keep working, Jeffrey. There's only minutes to go, mate. There's only minutes to go. Let's go, Jimmy. Congratulations all round to McLean. That's it. And jubilation for the McLean team. Jubilation for the McLean team. We've all but done it. The grand final's ours. Can I catch a few encouraging words off it, Jubilee? Can I?
We call McLean. Who's this team we all adore? We're the boys that played big and we've never been so big. Hey, never seen a better team before. Bring ourselves and united. Bring on Ballina by the score. We're the boys that played green and we've never been so big. Hey, never seen a better team before. What do you think of Simo? bloody good! Bloody brilliant! Absolutely marvellous!
I'm going to interview Jenny.
Hey, Nelly!
Robbie, can we catch a few words here on the sideline? No. Can we catch a few jubilant words after the game, Richard? How?
I'm absolutely stoked because you may not realise that their goal, I scored it, I flicked it off my head, so it was bloody great. It's been a great season. Simo's done a great job, we've all done a great job. Fucking great it is.
I can't agree more. Can we go and catch? We'll go and get Robbie.
Well done, Dickie!
Jeffrey, the premiership winning coach, can you say a few words?
Oh man, we did it fucking brilliant, man. It's unreal. It's what we've been working all year for. And we did it. 2-1. We are the champions.
And is it the highlight? Is it the highlight of your soccer career, Jeffrey?
Without a doubt.
Up the Dill. Can I have a few kind words, Darryl, after the game? Turned in your shocker as usual. No, I'm lying there, fans. You know, he had a brilliant game. Can you add any more to McLean's jubilation?
Oh, mate, I think it not only was the team that won today, it was soccer in general. And a great deal of thanks has to go to the supporters that come along here today. Without them, I don't think the game would have been what it was.
Yeah, I must add, here we have one of the McLean thugs, one of the devoted supporters of the McLean Bobcats.
I must say, that's absolutely fucking marvellous. These guys, minor premiers, thought they were the fucking top dogs, but no way. The Bobcats are... Oh, man. I'm just so happy. Absolutely marvellous.
Mr. Tooney, can I have a few kind words, please? Mr. Tooney, mate, you want to add some kind words to your jubilant victory?
Jill, doing what? On behalf of us, I'd like to say, suck going off the Yappy Bobcat. Jeffrey!
The McLean Bobcats, as you can see, absolutely ecstatic. The town of McLean tonight will not know what hit it. They've just had, they've worked all year, trained their asses off, and they've got what they deserve, a grand final victory. Moment, Mr. Jeffrey Simmons. McLean's version of Brian Robson. They'll give him the key to McLean when he gets home. Coach the Bobcats to an absolute jubilant win today. Congratulations, Jeffrey, well deserved.
First of all, I'd just like to thank Alan, who's played pretty good soccer all year and 2 games all this year. Winners the Grinners. To the Green Guys, unbelievable performance. Stuck with it all year, never gave up once. Everyone played just great soccer. Thanks to all the spectators, the McLean spectators.
McLean will party well into tomorrow, I'd say. The McLean Hotel will just swell tonight with the McLean Bobcats. Here comes Richard Newbold, the big tall sweeper from the Bobcats. turned in a blinding effort today, and he's just been consistent all year.
Next we'll have Cole Stevens.
Yeah, Cole Stevens, Mr. Consistency, turned in his usual 200% effort today. Did not make a mistake all day.
James Dean. Kenja. Daryl Simmons.
Daddles fits in at right back. Very good defender, very, very pacey, very skilled in the air and along the ground. Had a big game today. He was one of my man of the match performances today, quite honest. Here comes Brian Elvery, slots in on the left of midfield. He had another big game today. Brian Watson, it speaks for itself. Have a look at him. Bloodied and all dirty. He turned in a huge effort today. A huge effort. Robbie Clare, the goal scoring machine, scored the first goal today. It was probably the goal that broke Ballina's back, to be quite honest. And Murdo McLeod, the other goal scorer. He did have a big game. He did have a very big game. Andy Little turned in his usual very big performance. If you can get over the top of Andrew Littlewell, you can get over the top of anyone, because he's just a very hard player to play against. He's very tough, very quick, very skilled. And Tony Saul, a super sub. Was not called on for today, but had a good year, all year. Should see big things from Robbie next year. Here's Robbie Strachan. He, long lost cousin of the great Gordon Strachan, was not used today. And here's Peter Brosman, carrying about 15 stone overweight, but he was not called on today. Here's Jason, was not used today either, but he had a big year, Jason Simmons, with the reserve grade. Scott Johnson had a magnificent game at goalkeeper today. Did not make a mistake. Michael Spencer, well, if you don't know about Michael Spencer's soccering ability, well, you don't know about anybody's, because he's one of the best players McLean's Bobcats have ever produced. Probably got 1 year left in him, maybe 2. He's getting a bit old now, but here comes John. Better known as the Pom, had a leg breakage early in the year and missed all the season, but
That's Simon Royal. Thanks very much. Congratulations to the guys that put in an excellent effort this year.
congratulations, Jeffrey, yet again. And here's the Ballina guys, jubilant in defeat. As the old saying goes, you don't put in a big enough effort, well, you're just not going to win the game.